Good evening, Nancy. So, all clear, true. They sure are. They definitely are. Absolutely. Use this expression when you want to give a very strong yes in answer to a question. Say this expression with feeling. Use strong stress and rising and falling intonation on the last word. Are. They sure are. They sure are. Okay? The verb be can be stressed when it is the last word in the sentence. So, you can also say, sure they are. Sure they are. So the stress is on sure if it starts on the first position. So, present tense, we can use this expression with different subjects. Okay? So, present tense, am I a good student? You sure are. Of course, that's not the only option we can use. It's like, yes, of course you are a good student. Are you worried? I sure am. Is Carla a good wife? She sure is. Past tense, simple past. Was I impolite? You sure were. Were you scared during the earthquake? We sure were. So, when you don't know what we're talking about, it's a bit weird, okay? Was Dave busy? He sure was. Future tense. Are they coming to the party next week? They sure are. Are you going to prepare the emergency supplies? We sure are. So we can form similar expressions with sure by using different subject, do, can, will, and other auxiliary verbs. Do you think English is hard? I sure do. I do think English is hard. I sure do. Does he think English is hard? He sure does. So be careful of that. Can they speak English? They sure can. Did you do your homework? I sure did. Could you run fast? Could you run fast when you were a kid? I sure could. So we always have to pay attention to the question and respect the tense. Will you be here next year? I sure will. Will you come over if I need help? I sure will. I sure will come over if you need help. Okay. Got online, get online, so be careful here. To get in line or to be in line, to wait in line, to stay in line, that's a cue, the line. But to be online is on the computer. To get on the internet, some people still say this kind of stuff, but it's old-fashioned. I need to check my email. Do you know where I can get online? Well, there's an internet cafe around the corner, or you can use a computer at the library. So I need to check my email. Do you know where I can get online? Well, we don't say that anymore. We say, do you know where I can get a Wi-Fi? Okay, a free Wi-Fi. Okay. So, well, there's an internet cafe around the corner, there's a Starbucks, there is this, that, where you can get a free Wi-Fi. Okay. Or you can use a computer at the library. Other uses of the word online, which means on the internet. Where did you get your information about emergency supplies? I did some research online, or I found it online, or I Googled it. So when you go to the back of a line, such as at a bank, in a bank, you get in line. So you take the line, or you get online. You don't say that. It's going to be so confusing. In different parts of the United States, people use in or on. Well, in California, it's going to be in line. These expressions have spaces between the words. Online is just one word. When related to the internet is one word. So many companies, like Google, becomes a verb. I Googled it, or I'm going to Google it. It looks like. It seems, it appears, what someone sees or knows gives the impression that. Use a subject and verb after it looks like. From the map, it looks like 5 states are having a blackout. Remember the dialogue. It looks like there's going to be a big storm. Do we have a flashlight and batteries? You have 3 A's and a B. It looks like you'll get an A. They aren't happy. It looks like they are going to get a divorce. So, look is one of the five senses. Okay? So you are looking, you are seeing with your eyes some changes, some different environments, different perspectives, different visions, different views. Okay. So the map, you look at it. You see the sky, it looks like it, you know, clouds, it's overcast, okay, it's getting a bit gray. So looks like I see with my own eyes that the sky is changing. I see the grades and it looks like you'll get an A. So I'm just, you know, it's a deduction based on what I'm looking at. They aren't happy, it looks like. So by what I'm seeing, I can make a conclusion about their couple relationship. So X looks like someone or something else, resemble physically. So the second meaning. So we need two nouns. He looks like his father. They have the same eyes. We can also say he's exactly like his father. He looks like his father. So it's more like a physical stuff. Again, we see with our own eyes that there is a resemblance. Okay, they look alike. She doesn't look like her mother. She doesn't look like her mother. Okay. Well, if I use my eyes, I notice that she doesn't look like her mother. Now, we have another sense, the sound, hearing. It sounds like. What someone hears gives the impression that. You use a subject and a verb after this expression. It sounds like. How was the party? Oh, the music was fantastic and everyone danced all night and the food was great too. It sounds like you had a great time. By what I'm hearing, I'm listening to your story, and by what I'm hearing, I can make the conclusion that it sounds like you had a good time. Okay. So another way to use the same expression. Okay, we have two nouns. We compare two persons, or we compare two objects if we want, but the sound is important. So we follow by a noun. It's like the same with looks like. They look like each other, or he looks like his father, etc. Hi Ruth. No, it's Christine. Christine, you sound like your mother. I can't believe it. Everyone says that. Hold on a second, and I'll get her. Okay. So by what I'm hearing, you have the same voice. Okay. So I'm making a conclusion based on what I'm hearing. Before it was based on what I could see. Now, we can add a sentence. We can give an example. So let me just zoom in. It looks like it's going to rain. It looks like, so based on my own perspective, my conclusion, it looks like it's going to snow. He looks like his father. She looks like her mother. It sounds like you had a great time. Sounds like you're sick. I can hear you coughing all the time. Sounds like you are sick. Okay, can use that as well. You sound like your mother. It can be positive or it can be pejorative. Okay, so you sound like your mother, or you sound like your father. He sounds like his grandpa, etc. You can create similar sentences with other verbs related to the senses. So we have to look like, or it looks like, she sounds like, or it sounds like. Now we can also use to feel, to taste, and to smell. So let's start with feel. It, and here we have a noun, a subject. So it feels like it's going to snow. We feel it in the body. It's colder. Something is changing. Okay. And he feels like an old man. That's my impression. Well, he behaves a bit like an old man. Doesn't walk, but he looks like an old man. I can also say that. Okay? Maybe he's sick all the time, so we can also use feels. He feels like an old man. That's his feeling. He feels like that. But if I see him on the street, I can say he looks like an old man. Now tastes. It tastes like it's very fresh. You know, imagine something. You have an apple juice and it tastes like orange juice. It tastes like orange juice. It's weird. I ordered an apple juice. You see? And we're not gonna use he tastes. We're not gonna talk about people. Most of the time we can talk about, the different meats. So you can be in a place, you eat an exotic meat and it tastes like chicken. Okay. It smells like someone smoking or other smells. So you smell it with your nose. So, and again, it. Or we can talk about a person, he smells like whatever, smells like. He doesn't smell like roses, okay? He stinks a bit. Next time we're going to talk about go out, be out, come back on. And that is it's perfect for the electricity or the power. Goes out, the power goes out, the power is out, and the power came back on. Okay? So that's going to be this. To work on something, so difficult. In the dark, to be in the dark and to be sound asleep. If we can do that the next time I see you, and chances are probably. So this expression doesn't change, it's always used in the plural and always used in the present tense. Whereas Andy, he was asleep in class yesterday and he had a fever last night. Chances are he's home in bed. Okay. That is it. You have an excellent weekend and I'll talk to you very soon. So I'll send you American Factory pretty soon. Have a good night and I'll talk to you soon, Nancy. Bye-bye.